You're listening to the Daily Nugget, dnugget.com, for October 9th. And this is Paternal Wednesday. Now, we have a special guest in studio tonight.
Woo! Live in studio.
And this is my daughter, Lindsay. And she has graciously joined us for this specific episode because she's awesome, number one. And she has lots of experience being a parent. She has 3 kids. And you may not know this, but she is also a homeschool mom.
Woo-hoo. That is true.
Yes. You have at least one supporter with Jenn.
I know. I've watched this show. I know who my supporters are.
I'm sorry. Who the supporters are.
No, but we're here along with Andy, our faithful host and leader of all weirdness, and Sam. Sam, who is always our awesome producer. Yeah.
And trying not to cough into the microphone.
Right.
Well, it's just more editing for you, so you do you.
I don't edit it out. That's the problem.
So Lindsay, you've been kind of in the background a little bit these last few episodes. So give us your impressions of what it's like to actually be part of the recording process of Daily Nugget.
Well, it's hotter than I thought it would be.
Well, there we go.
Well, you have this sweatshirt on. You can take it off.
I can't.
Oh, you can't take it off.
Strike.
Wow.
Look out.
Janelle's got to get us YouTube strikes left and right here.
Woo!
Oh my gosh. No, it's great. Thank you guys for having me. This is my first podcast ever, so
congratulations.
Well, we are so happy to have you.
And I'm sorry.
Also fair.
I'm sorry, and you're welcome. Well, it is your story, so all I see in the notes are Lindsay's possum story.
Yes.
So So if you just want to sidle that microphone a little closer to Lindsay there, Janelle.
Oh my gosh.
Scooch it on over.
There you go.
So I just tell it from the beginning?
Yeah, go for it.
Because it's better that way.
Okay, well, after I had graduated from college, I was living with another girl in this super old trailer house.
Broken down.
It was the worst. And one night when I went to bed pretty late, I covered up as one does and was trying to settle in. And I felt what felt like feet, like a cat kind of on you climbing. And just a couple of little feet. And I thought, well, that's weird. We don't have a cat.
Oh, no.
So I just thought I was imagining it, kind of wiggled my feet and tried to go on to sleep. And then the feet moved up a little further, like to my knees. And then eventually the whole 4 feet were on my belly. It was so dark, though, I couldn't see anything. And also, I thought I was imagining it. So I kind of just threw the covers over my head and I was like, this is crazy. And eventually when it got to like my chest, I thought, I got to check this out. This isn't going away. So I peeked out and then there was a possum face, like
right there. Nose to nose.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So of course I threw the covers off and I ran to my roommate's room and banged on her door.
This was like 2:00 in the morning.
It was, and I was much younger back then.
Yeah.
So I stayed up later. And she grabbed a shotgun. She grabbed a shotgun and there we were, just like the Beverly Hillbillies, looking for this possum that I had thrown off of me in a scramble. We finally found it and she put it underneath a laundry basket and sloofed it out of the door.
Trapped it by the basket.
She was like, I don't know what I was doing with that gun. I'm not going to shoot it in my house.
Maybe
That's what I was thinking.
It made us feel safer.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're getting the shotgun, but what happens? So you found
there was a possum in my bed.
So how did it get in?
I think there was a loose vent on the floor and it just came on in. Made itself I don't know where it was though the whole time I was getting ready for bed and doing laundry and stuff.
Well, it was probably trying to be your friend.
Well, that's unlocking a whole new fear for me.
I know, right?
The vents in the floor.
Yeah.
I've heard about stuff in the toilet. I can't.
Yeah. The other day there was a snake in my house in Florida. Speaking of things in the toilet, didn't come through the toilet, but that's always been one of my biggest fears. So.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
You see those stories.
And I live in Minnesota and I've lived in the upper Midwest for most of my life. I spent a year down in New Orleans, and that's where like I had always heard about that as a kid, so I always make sure to
me too.
before I sat down. But I got extra scared when I moved to New Orleans because I was just
I do check before I go at night,
never
you know.
know.
I got to turn on the light and take a look because you never know. I had a friend that it did that.
No!
Yeah.
Through the toilet.
Through the toilet.
It happens sometimes.
Snake toilet? Toilet snake?
Yes.
Snake toilet.
Yes.
Toilet snake. Snake toilet. Toilet snake.
Yeah.
This is why people don't like Oklahoma.
Well, the
Was
possum
this-
was in Oklahoma, but the snake was in Florida. So
Okay.
really no one is safe.
Here's the thing,
Sure.
you know, these are things that nightmares are made of. And then all of a sudden, this is really happening. And it's just like, it's bizarre, is what it is. Bizarre.
I need to find a
Yeah.
picture of the possum. I know I've got one.
You took a picture of it?
Of course.
Of course.
You must find it.
I got to find it. I won't do it right now, but I'll send it in.
Well, you've got some great show and tell. We've enjoyed your show and tell of what
Well,
happened
Oh
thank
in
yeah,
Florida.
the dog fighting the alligator.
That was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Nelly,
That was
Did I send you the video of that one?
yes, and you had to try to tell it to let go of it,
Yeah.
and it was just.
Well, she killed the snake too. All I have to do is say skid it.
Ooh.
And she skipped it.
That's
And she
awesome.
ran out and just shook it to death. It was great.
she knew exactly what to
I'm
do.
sorry if there are any snake fans out there.
No, it's okay. Don't be sorry.
Not on this
Don't be sorry.
podcast.
Okay.
No, we're pretty anti-snake around here.
Yes,
Okay,
we
good.
are.
So it's okay.
Anti-vermin, actually.
Oh, vermin. Well,
Uh,
although snake eat vermin, Janelle.
I
That's
would rather
true,
have a
but
mouse than a
that's the
snake.
only positive purpose for them.
My
That's
son
it.
wanted a snake as a pet,
You want a snake? Oh.
and I said no.
No.
What was his justification of all the pets to get? I
They're
want a snake
cool.
dad because blank.
They're cool. That's it.
That's what he said.
That's all they could come up with.
No.
Did you read him the Bible? It's not a good character.
Well, now it's fine now because because when mom and dad both said swear words and then no,
He goes, oh,
he's
okay.
like, that's for sure no.
Yeah.
And now he just wants a cat.
Mm.
No.
And then every time we go over to Andy's house, Andy threatens to send the cat home with him.
Yes, you
Those
can.
are pretty similar things.
You can-
Cat and a snake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
they're
could,
both
you could
of
be a
the
party
devil.
gift. Both bite.
Yes.
More than
Both
you think.
satanic.
Yeah. They represent evil.
And that's the nugget. We're going to call this episode Bed Possum.
And everybody check your beds tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna have to shake out the sheets.
Yeah.
I feel like this almost could be some sort of weird Oklahoma Christmas legend of the bed possum or something. I don't know, some sort of like holiday. Oklahoma would have a holiday for the bed possum, and there would be like gifts exchanged, and there would be a whole lore behind it.
You'd run around the house in your shotgun.
Yeah, you'd have to do, you'd have to leave something out for the bed possum at night, and then the bed possum would bring you presents.
Oh my word.
At least it should be a phrase like, don't
It's
let
like
the bed bugs
Krampus.
bite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't let the bed
Yeah.
possum paw, because he
Yeah.
pawed on you.
get it.
Paul,
Get it.
make biscuits.
Yeah.
So, bake the biscuits.
Oh my God.
Andy has a cat too.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Cats are
I am too. You're not the only one that's sorry about that. Let me just say, I'd wanted a dog, and then we have a cat, so you can tell exactly where I stand in
Wow.
the pecking order.
I'm
of
really
my
sorry
family.
now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Poor
You can
Andy.
paint it.
Poor Andy.
It's funny because like
You could paint it
And
like a dog.
when I went to visit Andy out in Utah when he lived out there, he loved his two dogs, but never really liked his cat.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Well,
The stories I've heard about Andy and his brother sticking the cat in the
Oh
Sleeping
yeah, that
bag?
was awesome. Sleeping bag, and we flung it around like a jump rope,
Oh my gosh.
and we did it, and then all of a sudden, after
PETA.
doing it for
PETA.
edit
and
this
after doing
out.
it for about 10 seconds, we hear this. "Bah!" The cat had barfed all over
Oh,
the sleeping bag.
gross.
We were young, and we didn't
Yeah.
want to admit it to our parents, so we just put the sleeping bag away.
Oh.
For how long?
I don't remember.
probably till his mom found it.
I mean, let me just tell you, as kids, we didn't our family didn't go camping, so I don't know how long it was in that sleep.
Oh
But when
my
someone
word.
finally did,
They found cat bones.
Gross.
I wonder if that
I think they
sleeping
did
bag
that.
is in your dad's
The
closet
cat
now.
was not dead in it. The
Just
cat
a
just
bar.
barfed in it. We let the cat out of the bag.
You just
Oh,
roll the
the cat out of the
cat.
bag.
We let
thought
the
you
cat out of the
rolled the
bag.
cat up with the bark.
but it was probably all barfy. It'd be like, ugh,
Ew.
where'd it go then?
Yeah.
Should we call your dad and tell him the story?
I think he might know. I should ask him if he remembers it.